Hello everyone, my name is Russell Schechtel and I am with the National Youth Council. This is Marceline, our yoga buddy for today, and this is my son and partner Jackson Schechtel. We are with the National Youth Council and we have been brainstorming ways to kind of help bring support and activities to the youth and families who are stuck at home during this COVID-19 crisis that we are all in. So what I'm going to bring to you is a series of yoga videos and meditation videos. And this is how it's going to work. I just ask that you find a nice comfortable place within your home. If you don't have a yoga mat, that's perfectly fine. You can use a towel if you don't have carpet, or you can do this right on your carpet. And also I just kind of want to say that it doesn't matter your activity level, your flexibility level, because yoga isn't all about the pretty postures. It's just about being able to move the breath, move the body, and kind of clear the mind. So don't worry about making it look super pretty, just have fun with it, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step off here and Jackson's gonna be the model while I guide him through a flow sequence. So, ready to begin? Yeah. Okay, so enjoy your class. So first what I'm gonna ask you to do is please, Jackson, come to a nice comfortable seat. Allow the eyes to close or find a soft gaze out in front. Just taking a moment here, noticing the breath. How are you breathing during this moment? How's your body feeling in this moment? Are you comfortable? Are you feeling any areas of tension? And as we sit here, we're going to try to lengthen through the spine. So we want to try to sit as tall as we can. Drawing the belly slightly in. So just kind of sucking in the belly just a little bit, but still being able to breathe. Relax the arms. Relax the shoulders. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale. Beginning to relax. Letting go of any tension or stress you may be holding within the body. And we're going to work on creating space. Space from our day. Space from whatever chores or activities we maybe have to do later. And just focus on the now. And if the eyes are open, just try not to look around the room. Finding a nice spot right in front and just letting our eyes relax. And now, let's work on the breath. So we just want to notice the breath right now. We don't want to change it in any way. We just want to see how we're breathing. Are we breathing fast or slow? Is our breath long or short? And now what we want to do is we want to start changing the breath just a little bit. We want to work towards what's called a complete breath. And so what that means is when we breathe in, we want to try to fill the belly and the lungs with air as we inhale. And when we exhale, empty the lungs and the belly. We're not holding the breath. We're not tightening the breath. We're just trying to make this as smooth and relaxed as we can. So once again, taking a deep breath in, trying to fill the belly and the lungs. And a deep breath out, emptying the lungs and the belly. Let's do that a couple more times. Deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. One more time. Breathing in, filling the belly and the lungs. Breathing out, emptying the lungs, emptying the belly. And just coming back to our normal breath. And as we're breathing normally, trying to maintain this complete breath. And as we move through our practice, if our mind begins to wander, we start to think about, hey, what's for dinner? Or I wonder what's going to happen on that show we were just watching earlier. We want to bring our mind, our thoughts, back to that breath. So when ready, we're going to start to bring some movement into our body as we gently inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist towards the right. Good. And as you can see, Jackson, the left hand is on the right knee and the right hand is just behind the back. Coming into a twist. Trying to sit up nice and tall. The breath is long, but not forced. And with the next inhale, coming back up towards center, arms up overhead. Exhale, twisting towards the left. Remember, we're not holding the breath. We're not forcing the breath. So if you find yourself taking a deep breath in and then holding it for super long, just breathe out, relax, and start over. Just hanging out here for another breath or two. Good. And on our next inhale, moving back towards center, arms come back overhead. And with our exhale, we lean towards the right now. So the right hand comes down towards the ground. Left arm stretching out overhead into a side stretch. And as we breathe in here, we want to try to fill like a balloon, that side body, the rib cage, with air as we breathe in. And empty that balloon as we exhale. On the next inhale, coming back up. And exhale, other side. Now you can breathe out through the mouth like me, or as you notice, Jackson's calmly breathing out through his nose. So it's kind of whatever you feel most comfortable with and what feels most natural. And then just keeping the breath flowing here. Deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. And when ready, inhale and arms come up overhead. Exhale, palms come together down in front of heart center. And taking your time, we'll transition to our hands and knees. So when ready, coming onto the hands and knees. Good. And we're going to move through what is called cat and cow. Okay? So, when ready, taking a deep breath in, we're going to look up towards the sky and we're going to drop our belly down towards the floor a little bit. We're not coming to the floor, we're just kind of arcing, just like Jackson. And when you exhale, we're going to tuck the chin, press through the palms a little bit, and press the back up towards the sky. And if this ever gets confusing, you can always pause your video and you can always watch and see what Jackson is doing. So, when ready, inhale, coming into our cow. Exhale, coming into our cat. And if you need to take an extra breath here, feel free. It's okay. And at your own pace, moving through your cat and your cow. So maybe your breaths are maybe a little longer, a little shorter. Maybe you want to hold the shape a little longer. That's the beauty about yoga. You can just kind of do what it is you like to do, what feels good to you and your body. Okay, and when ready, just coming back to the hands and knees with a flat spine. And I'm going to ask you to sit back towards your heels into what's called child's pose. So here, sit back towards the heels, the arms can come straight out. And this is a nice resting shape here. So if you're ever feeling stressed or feeling overwhelmed with what's going on in the world or your schoolwork or anything that may be happening, you can always come into child's pose. It's very relaxing, very calming, and just take a few breaths. Just take another deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. Now we're going to slowly make our way back to the hands and knees and come towards standing. Standing up nice and straight in what's called mountain pose. Arms straight. Just taking a breath here, taking a moment, kind of notice what we're feeling now. Maybe we're feeling a little bit warm now because we brought some activation to our muscles in our body. We kind of moved a little bit. We've got the breath flowing. And what we're going to move through now is called a sun salutation. And these are fantastic to do in the morning when you need a little bit of exercise or when you need a little bit of energy. So, when ready, we'll inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale to a forward fold. We're going to inhale to a halfway lift. So that means the hands just come right up to the thighs or the knees. And then we're going to exhale, making our way into a push-up position. And if this is too hard for you, you can always come down to the hands and knees. It's okay. And if you're in a push-up position, you're going to come all the way down towards the ground. And you're going to gently lift up as you breathe in to what's called cobra. Or if you're like Jackson, coming up a little bit more, upward facing dog, breathing naturally. And when you go to breathe out next, we're going to tuck the toes and come into a downward facing dog. Jackson, would you mind spinning around so they can see you from the side? Perfect. So as you can see, weight shifted, hips are up in the air, and the heels are resting towards the floor. They don't need to touch the floor. It's okay. You don't need to touch the floor. Just resting here. You can even pedal the feet here if you want a little bit. Kind of take a bend in the knee. And when ready, step in the feet to meet the hands, taking your time, bending the knees, meeting into a forward fold. Allow the top of the head to relax towards the floor. The arms can hang. You can gently swing side to side. Gently sway side to side here, kind of turning towards the right, turning towards the left. And slowly coming up. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, palms to heart center. Good. So we've tried one, so now we're going to do about a couple more, and we're going to speed it up just a little bit. So when ready, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, reaching towards the toes. Taking a deep breath in as we come to our halfway lift. Exhale, palms down towards the floor, coming into our push-up position, or hands and knees. Regardless of where we are here, we're going to come all the way down towards the floor. Deep breath in into our up dog or cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. And if you can here, try to bring your hips a little closer towards the sky and your nose a little closer towards your toes. You may feel that might kind of, not hurt, but you feel the stretch a little bit, and that's okay. You want to breathe into the stretch, trying to relax the body here. And if you get tired or if it does hurt, you can always come into child's pose. But we'll hold here for 2 more long breaths. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. Deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. As we take our time, walking the feet to meet the hands. Coming once again into a forward fold. This time, maybe straighten the legs a little bit, but the top of the head is still pointing down towards the floor. Relaxing the neck here. When ready, inhale, allowing the arms to come up overhead. Exhale, palms together, down in front of heart center. Good. One more sun salutation here as we inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, coming down to a push-up position. Lowering down towards the floor. Coming into upward dog or baby cobra. And exhale back into downward facing dog. I'm going to hold here for a few more breaths. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. And when ready, slowly coming down to the hands and knees. And making our way back into child's pose. And here, we're once again just going to bring our awareness, our thoughts, to what we're feeling in our body. It could be the tops of the feet and the hands pressing against the floor. Maybe we're kind of, again, feeling our temperatures rise a little bit as we're bringing movement to the body. And let's check back in with our breath. Is our breath a little heavier? Is it a little shorter? If so, let's try to bring that breath back to a complete breath. Taking a deep breath in as we fill the belly and the lungs with air on the inhale. And as we exhale, emptying the lungs, emptying the belly. We'll take one more deep breath here. Deep breath in. And this time, as we exhale, I want everybody to just give out a loud sigh. We're letting that breath out. Moving back to the hands and knees now, tucking the toes, coming into one more downward facing dog. You can pedal out the feet a little bit. And when ready, walking the toes to meet the hands. Forward fold. Slowly coming up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, heart center. Perfect. Now we're going to come into what's called temple pose here. So we're going to interlace the fingers, excuse me, with the pointer fingers extended up towards the sky, arms straight overhead. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to lean towards the right. And what I want you guys to do at home is I want you to ground through the feet. So what I mean by that is try to put all your weight into your feet. Good. Breathe nice and naturally. Standing nice and tall. And breathing in one more time, coming up towards center. Exhale, leaning towards the other side. Inhale, coming back towards center. Keeping the arms up overhead, you can unlace the fingers now, and we'll step the right leg back into Warrior One. And we're going to bend into that front knee. Good. You know, and if the arms are tired and you don't want to hold them up, you can always rest them on your hips. From here, we're going to ground through the feet, standing nice and tall in our warrior. Our warrior not only helps develop strength in the legs, but it helps just develop strength with our confidence, helps develop strength with our focus and our awareness. What I'm going to ask you to do now is let's bring the hands down towards the hips, straighten the front leg, and bending forward from the hips, just coming into a little forward fold. So we're going to get a nice little stretch here in our legs, and I'm pretty sure this must feel good to a lot of you guys because everybody's sitting down doing their homework. It's be good to kind of get those legs moving, get the blood flowing. And slowly coming up, coming back into Warrior One. Bending back into that front knee here. Hands come back towards the hips. And this time with the knee bent, we're going to come into what's called Humble Warrior. So another forward fold here. But this time we're going to allow the top of the head to point towards the floor. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. And slowly coming back up into our Warrior One. Stepping the back leg forward to meet the front leg. Taking a deep breath in. Arms up overhead. Exhale. Relax. And when ready, we'll take Warrior One on the other side. So this time the left leg comes back. Good. Standing nice and tall and strong in our warrior. You see how Jackson's hands aren't all the way above his head? That's okay too. You can just rest your hands right there. Try to straighten that back leg just a little bit more. Getting that stretching. Good. Grounding through the feet. And now the hands are going to come towards the hips. Straightening the front leg. And taking a forward fold here. Stretching the back of that leg. The breath is long and full. Deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. And when ready, slowly bend into that front knee. Coming back up into Warrior One. Pausing here for a breath. And on your next exhale, hands come down towards the hips, meeting back into Humble Warrior. The top of the head relaxes down towards the floor, so there's no tension in the neck, no tension in the spine. And when ready, slowly coming up back into Warrior One. Bringing the back leg forward to meet the front foot. Inhale, allowing the arms to come up overhead. Exhale, palms down to heart center. Just taking a resting breath here. And when ready, we'll step the right leg back now, coming into what's called Warrior Two. Let's switch your twist there. There you go. And it's okay. If you were watching the video, you noticed Jackson got a little mixed up. Everybody gets a little mixed up. And a little piece of information for you. Most yoga teachers, myself included, they get their left and their right confused all the time. So if you make a mistake, it's really okay. This is supposed to be just for fun, just getting a little bit of exercise and energy out and into the body. So as you can see, Jackson sets the right leg back, toes pointed forward. Arms come out just like that. Perfect. And when ready, we're going to come into what's called triangle. So we're going to straighten the front leg. We're going to reach forward just a little bit and slowly come down into the side. Perfect. Now, you don't have to touch the foot or the ground. What we want here is that front leg to stay straight and the back to stay straight. So you don't want to fold the body over. So what Jackson's doing is absolutely wonderful. And if you can only come down to like your knee, that's fine too. Taking a nice breath here. Again, if that top arm comes tired, you can bring it right down to the hip. And ready, slowly bending into the knee, coming back into Warrior Two. Take a little bend into that front knee. And stepping the feet together once again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold here. Yep, we're going to come into a forward fold. Top of the head relaxes towards the floor. And when ready, slowly coming up. Inhale, arms overhead. And as we exhale, we're going to meet in Warrior Two on the other side. Good. Coming into a Warrior Two. Shoulders are relaxed down. And when ready, coming into triangle on this side. So straightening the right leg and coming down. So try to keep that front leg straight. And if you can't touch the foot, just bring the arm up a little bit. Deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. And on your next exhale, bending into the knee and making your way back into Warrior Two. And when ready, stepping the feet together. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to inhale to a halfway lift here. Exhale, coming back into our push-up position. lowering down, all the way down towards the floor. Inhale into our up dog or cobra. And exhaling back to downward facing dog. And if you are needing a break and you want to come into child's pose, you are more than welcome to come into child's pose. We'll just hold here for a couple of breaths. And when ready, step in the feet to meet the hands, taking your time. Once again into a forward fold. Slowly coming up one vertebra at a time as the hands come overhead on the inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. And we're just going to come into one more shape here before we finish this video. And Jackson, if I may ask you to kind of turn and face the camera now, we're going to come into a balancing shape, which is good for not only strengthening our balance, but for also, it's very, very calming and relaxing. And it also, just like Warrior, helps build our confidence. So when ready, we're going to shift our weight into our right leg. And we're going to lift our left leg up into what's called tree. So from here, Jackson, if I may ask you, we'll do it little step by step here. If your balance is really wonky, you can use a wall to help you. But if you can't get your leg so high, you can come onto the toes and let it rest on your leg, just like Jackson's showing you here. But if you can come up a little higher, you can bring that left leg right behind the right knee here. Okay. Yep. Use the wall. If you need to tap the foot down and regain your balance, go ahead. Let the arms come up overhead. So you're looking like a tree. Good. And taking a deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. If you really want to test your balance or you just want to have some fun with this, you can kind of sway back and forth. Circle the wrist and the fingers. You know, just like you're a tree in the wind here. And when ready, slowly lifting the left leg up and relaxing it down towards the floor. Shake out the arms and the legs. And then we'll shift the weight into the left foot. And take a tree on this side. So, and you can play with it. You can play with the height. You can play with the balance. What is comfortable for you? What is most fun for you? Standing nice and tall in your tree. And when ready, lifting the right leg up a little bit and slowly relaxing it down towards the ground, shaking out the arms and the legs. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you, Jackson. I think you did a great job. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. So this is going to be broken up into two sections. So you can do this sequence anytime you want. If you want a longer class, you can watch the second sequence of this, which is going to be a little bit more of a relaxing type of yoga. Generally, it kind of all comes together in one class. But, you know, not all of us have an hour to dedicate to yoga all the time. So a few minutes here and a few minutes there really add up. So I hope everybody's staying safe, staying well. Namaste from myself, Russell Schechtel, Jackson.